So today I'm going to talk to you about oil. The first problem with oil, it's a very concentrated food. It will take 2 cups of peanuts to make 1 teaspoon of peanut oil. Therefore, eating a teaspoon of oil in certain ways is similar to eating 2 cups of peanuts. But at least when you have the peanuts, you get the carbohydrates, the fiber, the vitamins, the minerals, and all the good stuff in the peanut. But when you're consuming oil, all that is thrown away, and all you get is the fat. 1 gram of fat has twice as many calories as a gram of carbohydrate or protein. So eating oily food is a sure shot way of putting on weight. Even a small portion of French fries has 50% of its calories coming from fat, and it has 3 times as much calories as an equivalent portion of boiled potatoes. What happens is in frying is the cooking oil is heated to a temperature of 170 to 200 degrees centigrade. At this temperature, the cooking oil undergoes chemical changes such as hydrolysis, oxidation, polymerization, and several degradation products such as free fatty acids, hydroperoxides, and polymerized triglycerides. It's called complicated stuff is formed, and there are health concerns about all these products.
Another problem is what happens to food when it gets deep fried. Such food gets altered by the oil and becomes carcinogenic. I'm not kidding. Look at this website of the National Cancer Institute. It talks about a chemical called acrylamide that is found in foods that are cooked at high temperatures. Potato chips, French fries is what I'm talking about. So there's one problem with the oil itself, and the second problem is what it does to the food when you cook it and fry it in oil. And if you talk about meat and you take animal products and combine it with oil and deep frying, that makes the problem even worse. There are compounds called heterocyclic amines which are formed when you cook meat at high temperatures. That's another carcinogen. You can have a look at the details here. If you want, here is the nasty details about all the nasty chemicals that get formed when you are heating animal proteins to high temperature. And if you think you can grill the meat instead of deep frying it and get away, that's no good. You'll still have to deal with another problem, which is the polycyclic aromatic hydrocarbons. Don't worry about the details, but the basic problem is that it's linked to certain cancers.
Reuse of oils is another issue. Sharmila Sanyal, who is a professor at the All India Institute of Hygiene and Public Health, says compounds called aldehydes form when the same cooking oil is reused, and these are carcinogenic, causing cancer. Vegetable oils commonly used in cooking, such as sunflower and corn oil, will develop carcinogenic compounds after repeated use, so used oil should be thrown away. The repeated usage of cooking oil for frying again and again changes the physiochemical, nutritional, and sensory properties and results in the formation of something called TPC, total polar compounds, which are not good for us at all. So, in fact, the FSSAI has introduced regulations that cooking oil should not be used more than thrice. You can look at the details in the link below. But the point is, who is checking? And there are so many different types of oils in India, but one commonly used is called dalda, or partially hydrogenated vegetable oil. This is a particularly risky type of oil to use since it contains trans fatty acids that are proven to be harmful to the body. In fact, these seem to be much more worse than the regular saturated fats that is there in the meat products, and they were bad enough. As per Gabe Merkin, MD, a graduate of Harvard University and the Baylor University College of Medicine, and a practicing physician for 40 years, partially hydrogenated fats increase risk for heart attacks. In fact, a report by the Harvard School of Public Health says, by our most conservative estimate, replacement of partially hydrogenated fat in the US diet with natural unhydrogenated vegetable oil would prevent approximately, hold your breath, 30,000 premature coronary deaths per year. And evidence suggests that it's actually closer to 100,000 premature deaths annually. That's a lot of lives. What about olive oil, sunflower oil, and all those other healthy oils? Sure, these oils may have some beneficial properties and be less harmful than the other oils, but the bottom line is they're all oils, so it's best to avoid them. So what do we do then? Cook with that oil? Tadka with that oil? Yes, it's possible, but it's not there in the scope of my videos. You look up on the internet, there are so many sources of information about oil-free cooking, and you can find out ways to do different things. But in the meanwhile, what you can do is you avoid consuming fried food or oily food that seems to have a layer of oil floating on it. Even at restaurants, you can order common foods like those are to be made without oil. And as far as snacks are concerned, there are baked versions of many snacks that are traditionally deep fried, such as chips, puris, chuda, etc. Ask the store guy for roasted snacks or diet snacks. He's sure to help. And if you don't believe what I said about hydrogenated oil and fats, look at the links below the video. Thanks.